Hello, hello again, and a wonderful day to you. My name's Jeffrey. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I know that I am. It's a great on-passive day, and I know I'm going to have another one tomorrow. It's been a good week, and we've been talking a lot lately about the value and mindset that we have, right? And today I want to talk a little bit about that and take you down somewhat of a rabbit hole, if you will. Hopefully, it'll make sense. First, we're going to take a look at value, then we're going to look briefly at mindset, and then we're going to go back to value again, and we're going to line up some of the various values that we have on passive so that we can draw the abundance and well being that we want into our lives a little bit more easily. So we all like value. I mean, who doesn't appreciate value, right? Nonetheless, value is seen through personal perception. Ever heard of the saying, um, one man's treasure is another man's trash? Well, value is kind of like that. But sometimes our lack of perception of value isn't that the value isn't there, right? It's because we don't see what we're looking at with context that points it out to us, right? Doesn't let us see it. We don't appreciate that it's there. And this is to say that we're not seeing the reasons to appreciate what we're looking at. So when we don't see the value of something and we want to, we need only to change our perspective, our perception, as it were. And I have long said that perception is the basic unit of reality. Okay? And seeing the value, the importance, the worth, the usefulness of something, right, is very practical in that it helps us to attract to us the things that we want in life, or at least the things we focus on and think about. So, right? That's probably why we should have good thoughts in our head. So, the whole purpose of what I'm doing here today is to help us all know the value of what we've got and thereby stimulate some gratitude that brings us more things to be thankful for. Because remember, life comes to us, not at us. So, let me explain this a bit, okay? Now, as outlined by so many spiritual teachings and philosophies, we create our lives, our realities, by the thoughts we think and the subtle energies of those thoughts. Yeah, subtle energy is a thing. It's a subtle frequency, and all frequency carries information. Uh, Prayer is made using subtle energy. Okay, that's your message goes out over subtle energy. The most powerful of these energies is what we call unconditional love. Anyway, our reality is created through three of these soul aspects, energies, that occupy areas around our head, our heart, and what we call the hara, which is the second chakra or second energy center. It's located in the lower abdomen, and these help us to expand uh, ourselves, to create, to bond, and connect with other living beings. So these energy centers can be awakened in a sense, and their energies used to raise our consciousness or to raise our awareness of higher spiritual states. Now, I'll pull all this together. So I know it sounds kind of hokey, but I'll pull it together. All right. Now, these centers for the Buddhist, they refer to thought, speech, and action. If you're studying the Sufis, they're called the head, the heart, and the hands. If we talk about Chinese medicine or Chinese alchemy, it's the upper, middle, and lower dantians, which are referred to as elixir fields. So it's all the same concept. It's the idea of thinking, feeling, and doing. Thinking, because everything begins with thought, right? All right. Feeling refers to heightened emotion of having what we want, and doing means taking action in the physical realm. It's through the simultaneous use of these energetic systems and areas that we create our reality. So, moving forward, this is kind of like what we're doing with Onpassive. Now, you may have recalled Mr. Mufareh more than once telling us to think good thoughts, stay positive, right? That's the head part. To have compassion for others. That's the feeling part. And to do at least one good thing a day for your business. You remember that, right? That's the doing part. Now, incidentally, this is also how we lift humanity by thinking kindly towards others and ourselves, feeling compassion, and following up with compassionate action leading to greater good. Just kind of throw that in there. This brings us all back to value because recognizing value allows us to be in gratitude. And gratitude is like a wild card in that it's powerful and we can get in there or we can get there, we can get into the state of gratitude rather easily. Um, as opposed to getting to a state of unconditional love, which I find really hard to do. Anyway, gratitude allows us to turn thoughts into things with less effort. And as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. So being grateful for something, anything, means that we've already consciously received and accepted that thing that we're grateful for, and we're just expecting it to show up in our reality, okay? It's kind of like the chicken before the egg thing. So instead of seeing and believing, we're believing and then we're seeing it, we're bringing it in. So when we're genuinely grateful, our subconscious is going to bring us more things to be grateful for. Now, the question came up last week about what effect our mindset has for us and for our business. Well, our mindset is very instrumental in shaping every aspect of our life. And this is because our mindset actually reflects the overall attitude about what we, you guessed it, think, feel, and do. Okay, it's all tied together, right? That's why you want to have that positive mindset because it'll draw positive things back to you, right? You've heard stuff like that before. Like attracts like, you know, what you put out, you're going to get back. Or how about, as a man thinketh, so is he. In other words, and what these things are saying is that as you think, so you are inwardly, and you will become outwardly. So, getting back to value, perceiving value allows us to more easily display an attitude of gratitude for our company and how it's run. Because, as we all know, there's value in everything. We just need the right mindset to put us in that state of gratitude. So, first, let's talk a little bit about value as related to cost because we do want to appreciate that too. So if you've got two products, for instance, you got a brand name bottle of ketchup on one side and maybe a generic bottle of ketchup on the other side, right? And they're identical in every way except name and cost. What's going to be the better value? Duh, obviously the one with the lower cost, right? In the case of Onpassive, our products are going to provide a lot more value because they will cost less based on fair market value for similar products in the market. But it doesn't stop there. Our products are going to have features beyond anything the market's ever seen. I mean, we're talking about unique, disruptive, very futuristic features. So all of our products are going to cost less, they're going to have more features, and they're going to be advanced. We call that over market value, OMV, and it's going to save people a ton of time and money. Remember Catmo? So we can be very, very thankful, appreciative for OMV, right? Now, on passives values, we all know are more than just pricing, right? It's more than about only the cost of things. How about the value of affordability? With OnPassive, members can start affordingly building their businesses. In some cases, this means zero cost, right? That's a huge value there, especially if zero is exactly what you can afford. We can appreciate that. There's also a value in developing the culture of OnPassive. Words like OnPassivian, OnPassive Catmo, phrases like done for you and in it to win it, right? They all denote cultural values of inclusion and success. We're building a culture of community, family even. There's a sense of belonging. How valuable is that? There's also the feel good value. Seriously, we're part of a company whose operational commitment is based on fairness, ethics, and, yep, value. How cool is that that we can be proud, inwardly proud to an external point about our company? We can feel good about how it runs and what we're doing in and around the world. There's also value in the passivity of the company's performance. Wonder how many of us ever thought about that. Our products, through automation and integration, work seamlessly with all the other products across multiple devices and platforms so we can reap financial reward. Everything, including earnings, is passively and massively done for us. All of it. How about peace of mind? All of us should feel pretty doggone good knowing that we're going to be successful, period, right? That we're going to have our tanks filled, so to speak, and that we don't have to worry about running out of something, and we're going to have actually enough excess to share with others. And we can all rest very well assured that we don't have to come up with our own products, or we don't have to market them, or we don't have to get traffic or anything else. Now, if you're a marketer, that might not mean that much, but let me tell you something. That is a big, big deal to me, and we can appreciate the business model too. I mean, nobody's got to figure out how to make this thing work. Mr. Mufareh has already ensured that it's a done deal. Now, how valuable is all of this? Now, there's more that we could look at for value. Functionality, the generosity of the comp plan, the OFOUNDERS platform, our blogs, new blogs, websites being changed every day. How about the leaders every day that are spending their time and energy to help us, right? But let me leave you with one foundational value. Now, this is a value upon which I believe everything in Onpassive and Onpassive itself is built on, right? And that's the value of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is not a man that is moved or motivated by money, right? He's principled. He faithfully demonstrates character and integrity. He has heart enough to stand by his beliefs, and he refuses to give in to peer pressures or compromise or negativity. I mean, he won't put up with it. He's a CEO that gives of his time, his energy, his resources. He'll help anyone and everyone, and he inspires every one of us to reach for the stars. So let's make it a point that we appreciate him as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, there are similar products to some of the things that we have in, and these products that are similar to ours may be on the market now. But our value far exceeds anything out there. And I'm telling you straight up, they will not hold a candle to the value of our products or our company. There is no comparison of anything out there with what we have, and they can't compare with our systems either, right? You can compare them one on one or system to system. There's no comparison. And when you consider the totality of what we have, right? I mean, we've got never before seen technology, inventions coming out of innovation labs, data centers, full line of physical products, manufacturing facilities, a digital online ecosystem that's automated through AI with heart, not to mention 1.5 million founder accounts that are standing at the ready to fully prime the financial pump of Onpassive to produce the greatest business in history. It is literally game over, guys, okay? And for those thinking that Onpassive is not what we say it is, or perhaps based on, what you think you may know, that it's all too good to be true, let me ask you a question in the form of a quote by an author named Werner Erhard. All right. Can we be so arrogant as to pretend we know something we don't know, the knowing of which could transform our lives? Well, the short answer to that is no, because if we are potentially sabotaging our lives and the lives of those that we love, right? Just something to think about. We're not judging you. It's a lot to take in. I mean, Onpassive is massive. But mine is not the only life being transformed. It starts with the rest of the founders too, all of their lives. And that transformation continues as members join. And even more than that, Onpassive will change life as we know it. We will lift humanity and we will change the planet for the better. Now, the door to the founder's position has been permanently closed. It's not the end of the world, right? If you're not a founder, you're still going to be able to become a member once we open publicly. Not the same thing, but hey, take what you can get. It's still a very, very good thing for you. Now, you can check out the websites in the description box below if you want to. You can learn more there. But whatever you decide to do, please know that we wish only blessing and blessing for you and for your entire family. Thank you so very much. I certainly appreciate